Hello everyone, welcome back to Uncharted Expeditions. This is episode 25, and we're here in the Bumble Zone in my slime farm. So I was looking through some of the progression we need to take care of, and I came to this, acid. We're going to need acid to... Where is it? We need to pour acid over slime to make toxic paste, which then needs to get processed into an unrefined waste, which then needs to get smelted into a uranium shard, into uranium, into your blocks of uranium, and this is how we're going to get to the toxic caves dimension. So since we need a lot of uranium, because we're going to need like 14 blocks of this stuff, which means 14 times 9 shards. So I did some math. And I think we're going to need 13.2 stacks of slime. Of slime balls. And so I came over here to the Bumble Zone. Honey slime drops slime when they die. And so I got a couple. They actually will follow you if you have sugar in your hand. And because they are they count as a passive mob, you can actually breed them. And so I'm using the tarot card, the Empress, which makes animals breed automatically without using any kind of reagent. And then the babies actually grow up faster as well. Because they're in this small space, they're actually cramming because the babies spread out and then they grow up and then they suffocate in the walls. And so they drop slime. I just put down this backpack with this pickup upgrade on it. They drop slime and sugar, and so I'm voiding all the sugar because I have so much sugar. But yeah, that's it. And then I think at this point I have... Oh, we just saw them. We saw some more breeding. I think we have enough, so I'm going to pop that back in there. This is more... This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8. Yeah, so this is more than enough. Alright, I'm just going to take care of the rest of these guys. And the slimes are so plentiful that, like, it's not even worth keeping like any around. But this is, and actually because they're passive as well, I can move them with my golden lassos. So if I ever want to start that again, I just come over basically over here, grab some honey slime, because I only need one. Because if I have one and then I let it grow up and then I kill it, it goes into 3 different ones, and then that whole process starts all over again. So plenty of slime now. So let's go ahead and head on home. Yeah, I got a fair amount of experience from there too. All right. So now I have 168 slime blocks. Perfect. Okay. So that's slime. The next thing that I need to do today is I need to go to the magnetic caves dimension. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to collect some magnets so I can utilize the coils we started last time. These coils will generate RF. These coils will generate RF as we need it, as we apply extra stress rotation to it. But they don't work unless you have magnets. So I need to go get a bunch of magnets. And looks like we're I threw these cells on here to drain out the fluid tanks because this can hold 72 buckets and this can hold 1,000. So it's working just fine. And this is using up the rest of the ethanol. And what I should do is I should take all this creosote, because that's like 100 buckets, and bring it over here. That's what I should do. Because like I might as well use... the end state is I'm going to pump gasoline into these things. Yeah, see, it's working just great. All right, like I have a surplus of crude oil because remember I have 8 buckets in here, some kind of buffer in here, and then this is full as well. So these are just chugging right along. I think this will process faster once I give it a higher burning fuel, like the gasoline. But I mean, at this point, I got 153 buckets of diesel, which is probably more than enough to take me to the end game. And then 300 and almost 400 buckets of lubricant, which, same thing. So, okay. So, the magnetic caves, as a reminder, if you are using metal equipment, it will start pulling you or pushing you. See, I'm not moving at all right now, but it's pulling me towards it because I'm wearing netherite. And it's... so my pickaxe doesn't count, and neither does my sword, because they're not like metal or iron, I guess. And then obviously my lighter doesn't count. But once I'm in the lava, it should be fine. So the netherite diving helmet gives me lava vision. And I'll use the netherite diving boots as well. All right. And so I have half an hour of lava time. And I'm looking for magnets. And it should be very obvious when I find them. And obviously, I'm not really worried about having the my unenchanted, boots on or anything like that, because obviously nothing can come and get me. Ah, here we are. This is what we're looking for. A magnetite block. And, oh, thank God, it is lava-proof. Perfect. All right. So it's in my filter now for my backpack, so now I just gotta go and pick them up. All right, so I picked up 2 stacks. So I think that's more than enough. And let's head on home. Oh, and actually, I don't think I showed this. I can't do anything about the diving boots. But like, if you see all my like my legs and my diving helmet and even my gear, what I can do is I can put this away. I step on this experience fountain, and it repairs all my gear. I used the staff of attunement, so this gets linked to my experience obelisk, which has like almost 60 levels in there. So it's kind of cool. What's next? Okay, magnets, magnets, magnets. Okay, so the magnets, I can, the way that the magnets work is you have to put them around the coil. And then as this spins, because there's magnets surrounding it, it will generate electricity or RF. It doesn't care about the corners, so this is totally fine. And if I have a coil over here, it can use the same center ones. And so the most efficient setup is to have, like four in a, um, like in a cube, right? That way, this side is being used by two, this side is being used by two, and then those are each sharing another side with another one, and basically building your coils so that as many possible are linked together or side by side. And then what I can do is I can take the magnet type block, create a neodomized magnet, surround that with overcharged gold and overcharged iron to make an overcharged, and then just keep upgrading through the magnet tiers. I do happen to have like a significant amount of neodomized magnets, so I will for sure start that. I need to fix my energizing setup because right now, actually, it's okay. So let me get some more magnets, some iron and some gold going. Maybe like a stack of each. Oh, and I made an iron farm because I ran out of iron. It was crazy. Finally ran out of iron. The iron farm is really easy recipe. You do need the Puring Coprolith, so you have to go to the uh, Forlorn Hollows first. But I just have that there, so it should just keep going. And now it can do a stack at a time. You'll notice that the beam is slow, but that's okay. It's using a bunch of energy. I don't know if it'll have enough energy. I should probably... I had this rat powered. Maybe that's what I should do, is... rat cage. It's like, what is that? Rat. Connector and connector. And then a little wrench to make this pull. And now this is gaining energy. And I don't really care about like, this can hold a million RF, and so this taking a while to charge up doesn't bother me at all. That's totally fine. The amount of overcharging that I do is so little. All right, and the overcharged gold, and I still have, more than 3/4, like 80% of this thing charged up from doing a stack of gold and a stack of iron. Okay, so my plan is to do... Oh, see, I get... Oh, this is amazing. So if I'm going to do 4 magnets, 4 times 12 is 48, minus 6, because that's how many are going to be shared, is 42. Right, and then... Oh, see, I can double this too, so I need 42. Is it useful for anything else? Oh, I need to make the copper brushes too. Where are the brushes? Carbon brushes. Lubricant. I'm gonna make probably do 3 sets of lubricant. That's fine. I definitely did not think I would need as few magnets because every time I craft another one, um, like I got just barely over 2 stacks, right? It was like 129 or something like that, and I have almost a stack of upgraded magnets already. So okay, lubricant. So I've got to insert stress somehow. I'll probably move this whole thing up. I actually designed this building to house these coils. You can have at most 8 coils on a single carbon brush, and so you can fit 8 up here. But I mean, realistically, that's 40 coils. I will not have a need for 40 coils. So I'll probably just move this up a couple blocks. That way, this carbon brush isn't sitting as low. And then I'll just hook up a diesel engine. I think it's in the third wall. Yes. Let me see. Yeah, like I have so much scarlet neodymium. All right, and that way I can put the stress in the bottom. The flux duct will pull out the energy. And these flux ducts have like a really high energy capacity and use. So yeah, I really should go a little bit higher because this way, otherwise the shafts are going to be coming on here. I want to have like a central shaft and then like one length of flux duct. And then I do need a void energy. Void battery? Void battery. 2 copper plates and a gold nugget. And battery. Okay, so now I have void batteries. So I can now pull power from anywhere I want and send it anywhere I want. Oh, and this is... Yeah, like, that just has... in like some mod packs, like a million RF is like a tiny amount, but in a create-based mod pack, apparently it's like, this is like a massive amount, considering how it only requires 10,000 for... Because overcharged gold is 2,000. Overcharged iron is 1,000. Like 1,000, 1,000. I'll have to make some prediction matrices. Like even the overcharged iron diamond is 10,000. So I got a ton of extra energy here. And I can make even more energy with, I got 4 million just standing by here. So, okay. So now I have, okay, so now I have wireless power from my void battery. I have energy generation started. because now I have some carbon brushes. Maybe I'll get 3 set up. I just need to hook up rotational power, and I have the overcharged magnets as well. So I need to get it stressed. That's kind of the thing right now. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna make because I have a ton of diesel. I am gonna make make a diesel generator and start getting things all put together. So I wanted to make a couple more of these generator coils. And to do that, I'm going to block off these blank spots on the crafting grid using the crafting covers. I'm not able to do it automatically, but I mean, at least this way I don't have to manually press each button. And this is also a good kind of stress test for the whole automatic routing system that I had created. So while this is crafting, and it should craft 3 of them, I have 3 full sets in there. It should pop into here. I started collecting all the items I need to make a better diesel engine. However, one of the problems with that was that I had gone into a creative test world to work on the diesel engine and just kind of play around with it a little bit. And in that test world, all the redstone control with the diesel engine was messed up. This first diesel engine, the lower of the two, or lower of the 3, responded fine to redstone control. But as soon as I got into the modular diesel engine, it wouldn't be working. It would turn off with redstone and then would never turn back on, and then I'd have to break it and replace it. So I'm not sure that that's useful, I guess, because then, if I have to lose a whole bucket of diesel every time, it's probably not worth it. So what I am going to do though is I'm still going to get all the stuff I need to upgrade it to the max size diesel engine, because I can get the huge diesel engine. So I can do this. I have still to do a little bit more testing to make sure that this responds well to redstone control. But in the meantime, I grabbed my regular diesel engine from the other dimension, from my mining dimension that I was using. And so I can hook that up to my power production for when I actually get ready to turn this thing on. And that one just requires, because I can route the fluid through here. I think I should probably on the bottom it'll input, and then on the right it will output, but not yet. Let me just make sure that this is not connected, because I don't want to do this quite yet. But right now it will, it is ready to go. So as soon as I give this, basically as soon as I give this fuel, then it will start going, because it feeds in fuel on the bottom. And then it'll start running all 3 of these sets. I have a carbon brush up top for each one. And then, like I said, I'm constructing the coils down below. So that's going to be cooking downstairs. I do have the, obviously my oil going. So I'm still creating more and more diesel and more lubricant. Okay. The next step and actually the last thing that I'm realistically going to do today is start production of uranium. So the blocks of uranium are what I need to do to get into the next, into the toxic caves, which is the second to last dimension that I need to go to. And so I need to get a bucket of acid. So in order to do that, though, I need to, and over here I have my basin set up. And to get the acid. Okay, so to make the acid, I need sulfur dust along with water, and I'm going to use sugar water for this. Um, I'm going to use sugar water because it has the water tag, so I can still use it, and I already have that hooked up over here. I just flip a switch, and that basin fills up with water. So sulfur dust heated turns into acid. Each sulfur dust will turn into 1 bucket of acid. Then, I don't know if we can see it or not, but I have um, a fluid pipe, fluid duct pulling from that basin. It's set to only pull acid, and it will insert it into this big tank up here. At which point I have a faucet pouring into this spout, and that spout will spout to whatever's on the depot. My first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bucket. That way it'll fill the bucket, and that way I can complete the quest. And then after that, I will need to get some slime. And I think I had calculated that I needed like 13 stacks of slime or so. I think. Um, that will acid the slime, which will turn it into toxic paste, which will then come down here with the hopper upgrade. And this is a toxic paste here. I have my hopper set to match storage content, so it will pull into the barrel. And then it will automatically compact that toxic paste. Toxic paste will get compacted into unrefined waste. That unrefined waste will get, using the same hopper upgrade, it will get sent to the left. Using the hopper upgrade, it will only allow the unrefined waste to get sent there. And then here, I have a little janky fan where it will get sent onto this depot. It will get blasted into uranium shards, and then get pulled back in because it can do the uranium shards, get pulled back in here, where it will get recompacted. So this is all in theory. So we're going to find out if this will work. So let's turn on this. All right, so now I'm getting sugar water here, and then, oh boy. Okay, so we want to see and acid. There we go. It's working. So we'll pop in here, acid, acid, acid. All right, and then I don't know if I actually need. I'm gonna put this away. Some of the Alex's Cave stuff, it has like weird radiation. There we go. Oh, it is. Okay, hang on, hang on. Okay, so I will only allow it to have toxic paste. That will work. Uh-oh. And then the uranium shards. Okay, this is working perfectly. This is amazing. I already have 16 uranium shards. I will then put this in here as well. And that should combine those into the uranium as well. Let me see what I need for this. Oh, and so I need to hold the toxic paste and unrefined waste. And hold the toxic paste as well. I'm concerned about getting radiation sickness or something, so... And then I need to hold the uranium, and then... And I'm pretty sure the uranium, once it gets combined... Yeah. So this can all be crafted up and down. That's no problem. Man, this is amazing. And then once this is done, any extra acid I will use to process the basic processors. Okay, but let's, you know what? I tell you what, let's power this thing on, make sure it works, and then we'll worry about, I mean, I have 234 buckets. I can afford to use a bucket. Okay, so it is, okay, so it's running. And it is generating. Am I? Yeah, so it already has. So now, what's the max I can go? I can't. Yeah, so overstressed, that's fine. I mean, I expected that. But can I run it? Oh. How much is this? It doesn't show me how much power it needs or how much stress it's using. I wonder if I have a stressometer. I should. Oh, that's right. I don't have... Do I have my goggles on? I don't have my goggles on. That's the problem. Okay, 80% of the network. So maybe I can go up to 40. Definitely not 50. 46. Nope, 45. Looks like 45 is the magic. Haha, 44. Okay. So I waste 200. Okay, so that means that each of these blocks uses more than 200 stress. That's interesting. Okay. And then I don't know how much. So this is making, this guy is doing 196 RF per tick, and this is doing 142. Which, I mean, that's not bad, right? That's doing 200 a tick, that's 142. So altogether, I'm doing like 350 for, you know, a millibucket a tick. I think that's what I'm using. So. All right, and the fluid cell and the machine frame worked perfectly. So that means I did set up all these filters, all these 25 different filters. I set them up correctly. And so this is still, this metal barrel is still my input barrel, and it's still functioning for anything I need. So, all right. I mean, I think that's going to be it. I'm going to let this keep going. I already have 3 of my 14 blocks of uranium that I need. So in between episodes, it'll just keep going. And hopefully next time I will have enough uranium to go to the toxic caves. I just gotta kind of babysit this, make sure this coal doesn't run out. But I think the blocks of coal is doing quite well. So, well, thanks for watching. If you have any tips or tricks or any input, then feel free to leave it down below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Take care.